They say that after 60, everything starts to slow down. Your steps, your strength, and sometimes even your sense of closeness. But what if I told you that some of that fading spark wasn't because of age? It was because no one ever taught you how to nourish the parts of your body and heart that still want to feel alive. You're not alone if you've noticed less warmth in your hands and feet. If sleep feels shallow or moments of intimacy feel distant, it doesn't mean you're broken. It doesn't mean you're done. It means your body is gently asking for help, and it's not asking for pills. Today, we're going to talk about 4 everyday fruits. Yes, fruits. Fruits that older adults across the world are quietly using to restore circulation, feel more connected, and bring intimacy back to life. Naturally, gently, and without pressure. These aren't exotic, expensive superfoods. They're simple gifts from nature, and inside each of them is a quiet invitation. An invitation to feel warmth again, to feel closeness again, to feel like you again. So stay with me, because what you're about to learn might not just change your body. It might bring a little more light into your life. Before we begin, may I ask, have you ever felt that distance creeping in? Not just in your body, but in your connection to someone you love. If you've experienced this, even quietly, I invite you to share your story in the comments. You never know who might feel seen through your words. Let's begin. Red grapes. The gentle flow restorer. There's something humble about a bowl of red grapes. They're small, sweet, and often eaten without a second thought. But inside each one is something powerful, a natural compound that can quietly reopen the pathways your body relies on for warmth, vitality, and connection. It's called resveratrol, and it lives in the skin of red grapes. This gentle antioxidant works like a whisper inside your blood vessels, helping them relax, soften, and open. That opening matters, because when blood flows freely, so does life. Maybe you've noticed cold feet at night, or a heaviness in your legs when you walk. Or perhaps moments of intimacy feel a bit quieter now, not because the love is gone, but because the energy isn't reaching where it used to. This isn't your fault. It's the slow shift of circulation as we age. But red grapes, they help bring that energy back. For men, better circulation means stronger erections, not forced or artificial, but natural. For women, it can mean increased warmth and sensitivity in the pelvic area, a soft return of sensation where connection once lived. One older couple once shared with me that they began eating a small bunch of red grapes each afternoon. They didn't expect much, but over a few weeks they noticed their walks felt easier. She said she laughed more. He said he slept deeper. And when they sat together in the evenings, something had quietly returned. Not passion as fireworks, but comfort as warmth. That's what red grapes can do. They don't shout, they don't rush, they restore, gently, quietly, and naturally. Have you ever tried adding red grapes to your daily rhythm? If you've noticed any change, even a small one, I'd love to hear your story in the comments. Sometimes the smallest habits are the ones that change everything. Cranberries, the quiet kidney protector. Cranberries are often forgotten after the holidays. But for many older adults, they've become a daily act of quiet self-care. Not for the taste, but for what they do inside. Our kidneys do more than we give them credit for. They filter out what doesn't belong. They keep our systems clear, and when they begin to slow down, which they often do after 60, everything gets a little heavier. Our energy, our desire, even our ability to feel comfort in moments of closeness. Cranberries help take that pressure away. They're rich in proanthocyanidins, a compound that clears the urinary tract and reduces inflammation in the pelvic region. This means fewer infections, less discomfort, and better blood flow where it matters most. One woman I met told me she used to avoid intimacy because it became uncomfortable, even painful. She felt embarrassed. but once she started drinking a small glass of unsweetened cranberry juice each morning, things began to change. She didn't feel that constant pressure, and slowly she felt safe again, not just physically but emotionally. For men, healthier kidneys and clearer circulation often translate to more reliable erections, better stamina, and a return of confidence. For women, it can mean comfort, calmness, and ease in the moments that matter. Cranberries don't fix everything, but they support you, especially where things feel most vulnerable. You don't need much. A handful of dried cranberries in your salad, a splash of juice in your water. Let your body feel the difference over time. Have you ever had a moment where a simple food brought surprising relief? Share it below. Your story might be exactly what someone else needs to hear today. Papaya, the warmth awakener. There's something about papaya that feels like a soft sunrise. It doesn't rush you, it just arrives with quiet warmth. And inside this golden orange fruit is a secret many older adults don't realize. Papaya doesn't just taste sweet. It helps you feel sweeter toward life. Papaya is rich in vitamins, A, C, and E, and special enzymes like papain that reduce internal inflammation and improve digestion. But for older men and women, its deeper gift is what it does for energy, hormones, and emotional connection. I remember a man in his early 70s, a quiet, gentle soul who used to be a school teacher. He came to me, tired, foggy, and distant from the woman he loved. He wasn't sick, he wasn't unhappy, he was just fading, and he didn't know how to bring himself back. We talked about lifestyle, routine, stress, all of it. But then I asked him to try something different. A small bowl of papaya in the morning, blended with a bit of plain yogurt. It felt too simple to matter. But in just a few weeks, something shifted. He came back smiling, rested. His wife later told me he was laughing more, walking taller, holding her hand again, not because he was told to, but because he wanted to. That's the quiet magic of papaya. It supports testosterone in men, balances hormones in women, and improves circulation throughout the body. It helps you sleep better, move easier, and feel lighter. For women, papaya eases dryness, enhances pelvic blood flow, and brings comfort back into closeness. For men, it improves stamina, firmness, and that quiet but powerful inner spark. Papaya doesn't scream for attention. It just works, one bite at a time, to help you come back to life. Have you ever tried papaya? Did you notice a difference in your mood or energy after eating it? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Every shared experience matters more than you know. 4. Cherries, the heart's companion. Cherries are small, but they carry deep comfort. There's something intimate about them. You can't rush a bowl of cherries. You pick them one at a time. You taste, you pause, and that's how they work. Inside your body too, cherries are rich in anthocyanins, beautiful deep red antioxidants that calm inflammation, open blood vessels, and improve circulation in the quiet places where age tries to take its toll. But they do more than that. They also contain natural melatonin, helping you sleep better, deeper, and more peacefully. And with better sleep comes better balance, emotionally, physically, intimately. I remember a couple in their late 60s. They loved each other dearly but had stopped being close. He said he felt numb. She said she felt lonely. Not because the love was gone, but because they didn't know how to get back to each other. I suggested cherries, not as a fix, but as a symbol. A quiet start. 2 months later, they came back, smiling, holding hands, finishing each other's sentences. She told me, "It's like we remembered who we are again." That's the power of cherries. They're not just for the body, they're for the heart, the memory, the sense of self. For men, cherries support stronger, longer-lasting erections. For women, they ease tension, improve comfort, and invite deeper emotional presence. For both, they bring back a sense of togetherness. And, perhaps what's most special, cherries remind you to slow down, to enjoy, to share, to savor each other. Maybe try adding a few cherries to your evening routine, not just for the health benefits, but to give yourself a moment of quiet joy. Which of these 4 fruits speaks to your heart the most? Was it the grapes, the cranberries, the papaya, or the cherries? Let me know in the comments. I'd truly love to know which one touched you today. Here's how to begin. 1 gentle step at a time. If you're still here with me, that tells me something. It tells me your heart is still open to change. It tells me you haven't given up on yourself, even if some days it feels like the world has. And maybe, just maybe, you're ready to feel better, not just physically, but emotionally, more connected, more alive, more you. But I want to be clear. You don't need to overhaul your life to get there. You don't need a strict diet. You don't need expensive supplements. You don't even need to do everything at once. All you need is a start, one small, steady start. So here's my invitation to you. Pick just one of these fruits, the one that speaks to you the most. Maybe it's the comforting taste of cherries before bed. Maybe it's adding cranberries to your morning oatmeal. Maybe it's papaya on your breakfast plate, or a bowl of red grapes in the afternoon sun. Choose the one that feels easy, gentle, kind to your routine, and just begin. Not to fix yourself, because you are not broken, but to nourish yourself, to care for yourself the way you've spent a lifetime caring for others. Your body, even now, is listening. It may be slower to respond than before, but it still responds. Your blood vessels still soften, your heart still stirs, your hormones still adjust, and your sense of connection, both to others and to yourself, still matters deeply over. The next few days or weeks you might notice subtle shifts. Your sleep might deepen, your hands might feel warmer, you might wake up with a little more energy, and perhaps a moment of closeness will feel a little less distant. If that happens, even just once, let it remind you you're still here, still capable of joy, still worthy of connection, and if it doesn't happen right away, that's okay too. Because this isn't a race. This is a return to a part of yourself that's been quietly waiting to be remembered. Sometimes aging feels like a slow goodbye, not just to people or places, but to parts of ourselves we once held close. Energy, touch, desire, connection. We start to believe the story that this is just how it is now. But that story, it's not the whole truth. You are not too old. Your body has not given up on you, and you have not missed your chance to feel good again. These 4 simple fruits, red grapes, cranberries, papaya, and cherries, they may seem small, but they carry something bigger than nutrients. They carry hope. Hope that your best days are not behind you. Hope that closeness, warmth, and vitality still belong to you. Right here, in this season of life, you've spent decades being strong. For others, raising families, working hard, surviving loss, carrying more than most will ever understand. But now is the time to nourish you, not to chase youth, but to honor the life still flowing inside of you, waiting to be tended with care, not forgotten in silence. A bowl of cherries at night, a spoonful of papaya in the morning. These are not just habits, they're love notes to your future self. Because the truth is, the body remembers. It remembers what it feels like to be connected. It remembers how to respond when given what it needs. And you deserve to feel that again. Let's walk this path together. If something in today's video touched your heart, if even one part made you pause and think, maybe I still have more to feel, more to live, I want to invite you to take the next step. Start small. Choose one fruit. Feel how it supports you. And come back to this video whenever you need a reminder that you are not alone in this journey. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Which of the 4 fruits spoke to you the most? Was it the sweet red grapes, the soothing cranberries, the golden papaya, or the soft comfort of cherries? Let me know in the comments, and feel free to share how you plan to begin. Your wisdom could light the path for someone else. If this video gave you even a moment of peace, insight, or encouragement, please consider subscribing for more gentle, supportive content just like this. And if you know someone in their 60s, 70s, or beyond who might need to hear this, share it with them. Because healing doesn't always start in the doctor's office. Sometimes it starts with a piece of fruit and a quiet decision to believe in life again. Thank you for spending your time with me today. May your next chapter be softer, stronger, and more deeply connected, because you deserve nothing less.